Okay, I told you I was going to show you what I like to use for fishing, and I'll show you what I don't like to use for fishing. Like when it comes to trout magnet jigs, if I was going for trout, I would use the red one or the black one, tipped with a small piece of worm or salmon egg. And the only reason I like to use trout magnet jigs here is because they're pretty solid. They have a stronger hook. These jigs up here, the gold and the silver trout magnet regular size jigs, they have weak hooks. They're pathetic. Now, if I want to show you the size difference here, I think these are 1/32. Okay, so the crappy magnet jig is 1/32. And you can see the difference. There's a good size difference. These are 1/64, the regular trout magnets, so 1/64. And as you can see, I bought a few of them. And I also tell you I like to use Gulp minnows. I have some smelt. I have some emerald shiner. Sometimes people like to use the chartreuse. My go-to is right here. It is, to me, the best. Watermelon Pearl, Gulp Alive 1-inch watermelon pearl minnow. I have caught more crappies and perch on these than pretty much anything, except live bait. Live bait on a trout magnet or a crappie magnet jig is literally a killer. It'll catch them. And here's a little bit of a size of the thing I'm going to show you here. Okay, so here's a crappie magnet jig. There's a crappie magnet jig. I'm going to put them next to these trout magnet jigs. Okay. Trout magnet, crappie magnet. 1/64 and 1/32. I prefer the 1/64 for small fish. But when you want to catch a real fish, use the 1/32. So if you're fishing for trout or crappies, because you can tip them with the Gulp minnow pretty nice, those little ones. And they'll catch crappies, but remember, crappies have a thin lip. Now you see some different bobbers on the table. I don't necessarily use just those kind. I personally like that type of bobber right there. I get them at Walmart, generally in the yellow and orange, and they're cheap. And I'll tell you what, they cast a long ways. And what I do is I take one of these small weights, and I like to put that little weight right below the bobber, so the bobber doesn't slide down and it stays where I want it, and the weight's not messing with the action of the jig. Because it's important not to let the weight mess with the action of the jig. So when you're jigging it, the bobber's coming across the surface, the weight's underneath it, so it's keeping the bobber upright too. It doesn't lay on its side. And then you want these goodies. And you see I got a few packs. I'll be honest with you, I went to the Sportsman's Warehouse and I bought every single pack of gold crappie magnet jigs they had. Why? Because I did. Because I honestly don't think anyone else needs them. They need to learn how to fish. I've already graduated that. I'm using these because I know they work. And they could buy these other ones, these silver, they have them there, where you slide the rubber, I guess, up over the top of it, and it holds it in place, and it's weighted a little better, but they just don't have the same action. And you see they have like a bigger chartreuse for that. Here's a regular size. There's for the trout magnet, crappie magnet. You see there's a difference. And that goes right up on there. And that goes right up on there. But once again, chartreuse colors don't stay chartreuse forever. As you see, they've changed. This green and dark chartreuse is good. This was actually a chartreuse in white, and it turned pink. They literally turned pink. So they don't stay chartreuse forever. Do they work? Yes. Early spring, those work great for crappies. I mean, a lot of them do, okay? But I'll stick to the Gulp minnows and the crappie magnet jig by Mustad. I'm not sponsored by them. I also like to tell people if they like to use mealworms, these last longer. You put them on the hook, and I'm going to say each one of those are worth at least one container of mealworms. You'll catch as many fish and you don't have to keep putting it on the bait on the hook. There's another one that's my favorite. It's this one right here. It's kind of a bluish with speckles, kind of glitter inside of it, clear and blue. That sucker works, man. I don't know what it is about that one. It works, and that's probably why I only have 3 of them left. I had to dig for them, too, so I probably hid them from everyone else at one time. So there you go. There's what I think is the best in the world. I don't use anything else anymore. I gave up using other things because, I'll be honest, they just don't work as good as the crappie magnet and trout magnet jigs do. And I'm not just saying that, I'm telling you. Go back and watch my videos. This is what we catch our limits on real quick. No issues. This is what makes people jealous. And yeah, maybe it does take some ability, but then again, I guess everyone in my family and people I've taught how to use these have ability because they work for everyone. So, all right, we'll talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just showing you what the good stuff is. If anyone tells you that they don't work, tell them I said to bite me. We'll talk to you later. Bye.